Greetings and salutations one and all. Welcome to the night shift. It's a brand spanking new night shift week right here. It's a thing we call community and finance. Welcome. This segment of the show is brought to you courtesy of Pulse E-Media Group, and being in a moment is priceless. They are the ones responsible for making it and keeping it priceless. Yeah? Small price to pay, but still priceless. So you want to give them a call, 754-999-6020, and tell them DJ Chemist you sent you. Good evening, top of the morning to you, wherever you are in the world. Good afternoon, good day. Those carrying the show tonight, rockthebox.net, Pulse Media Group, PEMG TV, Foundation Radio Network with Clinton Lindsay, across the pond, BPR, Big People Radio, and OneHarmony.com. Top of the morning to you. Good day. Thank you again. Glad to have you. Couldn't do it without you, and believe me, I wouldn't even want to try.
When you have a fetting calendar and your monkey bills overdue and your backside dusty for soca, every night is the avenue. The thing it starts.
King into a little farm and happy.
So the thing it starts.
The thing it starts.
When you're listening to the radio and your soca playlist increase, you just start to organize costume, cause you start to dream about the streets. The thing it starts. Hey. Oh Lord. So the thing it starts. It starts. And every man trying to win the party, we betting all day. We don't jump up all night. We don't have a feeling. Party till the place right now. So the thing it starts. And we jump up, start to jump up. So the thing it starts. Put your hands up, put your hands up. We don't jump up all day. Jump up till the late night. Party like your birthday. Both like starting daylight now. So the thing it starts. And we jump up, start to jump up. So the thing it starts. Put your hands up, put your hands up. When you reach up by the savannah, you're ready to come out your cage. It's like all the fetting just pile up. You can't wait to run on the stage. The thing it starts. Hey. Oh Lord. So the thing it starts. Hey. Oh everybody da. When it's Monday night and you're tired and your whole body aching pain, how much money spent for your costume? Tuesday we gonna again. The thing it starts. Oh Lord. So the thing it starts. It starts. And everyone trying to win the party, we betting all day. We don't jump up all night. We don't have a feeling. Party till the place right now. So the thing it starts. And we jump up, start to jump up. So the thing it starts. Put your hands up, put your hands up. We don't jump up all day. Jump up till the late night. Party like your birthday. Both like starting daylight now. So the thing it starts. And we jump up, start to jump up. So the thing it starts. Put your hands up, put your hands up. Farmer, dig it start up. Where the red boys, dig it start up. Where we get them, dig it start up. Where we get them, dig it start up. On the boat ride, dig it start up. In the track now, dig it start up. On the big stage, dig it start up. I be the party all day. We don't jump up all night. We don't have a feeling. Party till the place right now. So the thing it starts. And we jump up, start to jump up. So the thing it starts. Put your hands up, put your hands up. We don't jump up all day. Jump up till the late night. Party like your birthday. Both like starting daylight now. So the thing it starts. And we jump up, start to jump up. So the thing it starts. Put your hands up, put your hands up. I be the party all day. We don't jump up all night. We don't have a feeling. Party till the place right now. So the thing is all day. We don't jump up all night. We don't have a feeling. Party till the place right now. So the thing is starts. And we jump up, start to jump up. So the thing is starts. Put your hands up, put your hands up. We don't jump up. We don't jump up.
This one is called
We don't have a feeling.
The Thing It Starts. As we wait to get started with the legal segment,
every night is the avenue. The thing it starts. cause you start to dream about the streets. The thing it starts, hey, oh Lord, Lord. Say the thing it starts, and everyone trying to win the prize. We betting all day, we don't jump up all night, we don't start to feel it. Party till the place right now. Say the thing it starts, and we jump up, start to jump up. Say the thing it starts, put your hands up, put your hands up. We don't jump up all day, jump up till the late night. Party like your birthday, but I start in daylight now. Say the thing it starts, and we jump up, start to jump up. Say the thing it starts, put your hands up, put your hands up. When you reach up by the savannah, you're ready to come out your cage. It's like all the fetting just pile up. You can't wait to run on the stage. The thing it starts, hey, oh Lord, Lord. Say the thing it starts, hey, oh la di da. When it's Monday night and you're tired and your whole body is in pain, how much money spent for your costume? Tuesday we gonna again. The thing it starts, oh Lord, Lord. Say the thing it starts, and everyone trying to win the prize. We betting all day, we don't jump up all night, we don't start to feel it. Party till the place right now. Say the thing it starts, and we jump up, start to jump up. Say the thing it starts, put your hands up, put your hands up. We don't jump up all day, jump up till the late night. Party like your birthday, but I start in daylight now. Say the thing it starts, and we jump up, start to jump up. Say the thing it starts, put your hands up, put your hands up. Farmer, you get start up. Where the red boys, you get start up. Where we got them, you get start up. Where we got them, you get start up. On the boat ride, you get start up. In the techno, you get start up. On the big stage, you get start up. I be the party all day. We don't jump up all night. We don't start to feel it. Party till the place right now. Say the thing it starts, and we jump up, start to jump up. Say the thing it starts, put your hands up, put your hands up. We don't jump up all day, jump up till the late night. Party like your birthday, but I start in daylight now. Say the thing it starts.
We're kind of waiting for some connection issues to get sorted out. Son of Ricardo Drew, second star. The track is called Wayward. It's a remix. I want to say good evening to each and everyone tuned in on kevinstew.com. Jumping in the chat room. Reggae music editor extraordinaire. Marlon, big ups to yourself, sir. Greetings to guest 318. You know, whatever you're doing, you need to just kind of put your back into it.
You're working it just like you should. Fire start when you rub it. There's plenty friction on the wood. We going until the party done. Right with the moon, set with the sun. If you see me falling on the ground, it must be there up. Tell me how you live it, we gon' live it up. If the thing needs turning, we gon' turn it up. One thing we not giving, we not giving on, we going on. Look at woman, look around, everybody having fun, Look at woman. problem. Tell them I'm coming until the morning. Me and my friends they jamming. Carnival is calling.
Son of T-Rock again.
It's like I have no control.
So
I got to go to see all the girls.
apparently somebody got a message through
Have no control. So kind they hot and so.
to let Owen know that the thing start.
My phone ringing off the hook.
And because he was wayward, he sent back a message to say, yo, I come in.
Biggie said the back and all the
Son of T-Rock again. It's called a coming.
say for a cooler jam.
But he not coming. He reached.
Tell them I'm coming until the morning. Me and my friends.
Yeah, he reached. He hey.
Tell them I'm coming.
Wait, what's that?
Say jumping. Carnival is calling.
Ah, boy.
I have no control. Every fight I got to go to see all the girls them whining. Like how they just lose control. So kind they hot and soul. Carnival is calling. I tell you it's calling me. It's like I have no control. Every fight I got to go to see all
He was there.
like how they just lose control. So kind they hot and soul. No money problems. Everyone never carnival fun. Recession away. You can't stop carnival. The thing is that it done ram out from the
Alright, I think we get him back.
side
Owen, you there, right? Owen?
until
Yeah, I hear noises.
Wednesday.
I guess he's there.
Causing
Can you hear me now? Owen?
Yeah, I'm hearing you.
Okay, great.
them say we ready. Show the world
I was just telling everybody that you said you're coming. No, you reach.
yeah. Tell them say we ready.
Some Chinese technology get better of us.
I tell you, boy. And I had to throw on the accent for it, you know. Yeah, he come in. He.
It's good to be here finally. I know usually when that happens, people are quite pleased to arrive. So I'm here and I'm happy to be here.
And we're happy that you are here. Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Owen K. Ferguson, Esquire, showing up to showing up to try to share some information with us. And it seems like the struggle is on. I don't know. Ah, boy. Well, the struggle is real, and what we're going to do is try to reconnect with Owen real quick. Let's see. Alright, T-Rock again, so what? In the meantime, in between time,
Yeah.
as we try to sort out these connections, you know how technology works.
I tell you it.
And when you go across bodies of water,
Jody, when you ready.
you never quite know what you're going to end up with.
Yeah. Tell them say we ready. Jody, when you ready. Hands up if you ready. Yeah, ready. Hey. Say tell them I'm coming until the morning. Me and my friends them, we causing problem. Tell them I'm coming until the morning. Me and my friends they jamming. Carnival is calling. It's calling me. It's like I have no control. Every fight I got to go to see all the girls them whining. It's like they have no control. So kind they hot and so. Hey, right now it's calling. My phone ringing off the hook. My voice still flooding. No time to check Facebook. The biggie said the back and all the pretty girls I want to jam. All inclusive for a cooler jam. I'm not missing it. So tell them I'm coming until the morning. Me and my friends them, we causing problem. Tell them I'm coming until the morning. Me and my friends them jumping. Carnival is calling. It's calling me. It's like I have no control. Every fight I got to go to see all the
He was coming, he reached, and he's back again. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I bring to you Owen K. Ferguson, Esquire. Welcome, sir, again.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Good to be here, actually.
All right.
Always a pleasure to be on your show today.
It's always a pleasure to have you. I can't even do the pleasantries and stuff tonight because we need to jump right into it because of technical issues and
Sure,
connection issues. So we
sure,
apologize for
sure,
the late start, ladies and gentlemen.
sure. Yeah.
It's all you,
All
bro.
right, so getting into it,
Yes.
and there's a lot happening on the legal scene in Jamaica, especially over the weekend. I figure your listeners might have heard
With
persons being investigated for various alleged crimes. So no doubt you'll have a full discussion on those, but because those matters are still before the courts, I will mention them in passing only.
wait, you had
And
cut out for a quick second. What was it that happened over the weekend?
right, so they've had at least two well-known persons running afoul of the law and being taken into custody
Mm-hmm.
on Friday in relation to
Unrelated
different
incidences.
allegations related, yes. One a prominent attorney
Mm-hmm.
and another the Capitan, the
Right.
Ras himself. So we know about those two incidents, and I'm sure your listeners have been following certainly the Capitan story at least.
Well, definitely the
Quite
Capleton story
closely.
has been the buzz.
Right. So there's another very prominent attorney who has been in the news, having been arrested on Friday evening on a charge relating to fraud. And
Really?
because both of those are still before the court, and only acknowledging that this is happening without getting into
Right.
any extensive discussion around it.
Right.
Our primary discussion this evening is entirely miles away from both of those discussions. And I wanted to just quickly take your listeners through the steps for a divorce. Now, it's very important that I contextualize this for your listeners, especially those of them of the listeners who are outside of Jamaica.
Yes.
You may be outside of Jamaica, but having been married in Jamaica, you want to have that process started or completed in Jamaica. So I want to just quickly go through what the steps are there. First of all, of course, you're going to engage an attorney,
Mm-hmm.
and hopefully that individual will walk you through. But hopefully by the end of our talk this evening for a few minutes, you'd have a better sense of the major steps that you'd expect to see occurring. So the very first stage is going to be a consultation. And for those of your listeners who are outside of Jamaica, that may happen remotely by phone, etc., where it would be expected that you would provide details of what you're seeking from the divorce.
Right.
In many
Oh, jeez. I hope we don't lose you again. Oh,
cases,
okay, you're back. You cut out again, but you're
I'm,
back.
oh, I'm sorry, my man. So if there are any issues for the court to decide, other than the termination of the marriage itself, the court will, the attorney at this stage of the consultation would need to be instructed in respect of what it is that you're seeking out of the marriage.
Right.
This could include maintenance, custody if there are children involved, and it could be maintenance both for yourself as a spouse or maintenance for the children. It could also be a division of assets if you happen to have owned assets jointly,
Mm-hmm.
property, motor cars, businesses. So those are some of the orders that you could be seeking in the divorce to ensure that you come out of the divorce with some of your objectives met.
Right.
So that's your consultation stage. And the next stage will be the drafting of the petition. The word petition describes the document which actually begins application in court. So your attorney will prepare a petition. It will, of course, capture all of the details you have given during the consultation, details about yourself, about your spouse, about the children if there are any, about any assets that you want to have and the court divide, etc.
Mm-hmm.
And your attorney will ask you to sign that petition, right? And the petition, of course, is to be witnessed. If signed in Jamaica by a justice of the peace, if it's signed outside of Jamaica, and particularly in the United States,
A notary.
witnessed by a notary, a county clerk, or a consul officer.
Right.
A Jamaican consular officer could also witness those documents. Petition, there's a stamp duty of 5,000 Jamaican dollars required on the petition, so separate and apart from whatever legal fees you're paying to your attorney, you'll be asked to pay $5,000 of stamp duty. Attorney will file your petition in the court, and the court will review that petition, and after, in the region of about 2 to 3 weeks, it will come back for that petition to be served. Now, service is important. If it is that you're able to locate your spouse, you know exactly where to find the person, know where they live, know where they work,
Mm-hmm.
and you can arrange to have the petition served on them, meaning presented to them, handed to them, so that they're
Right.
aware of what is occurring. So service is your next stage.
Right.
Now this is where we're having what we call personal service, meaning you can actually put it in the person's hand. There are other means of service, which you can get into. I don't know if I have time, but there are other means of service, not other than personal service. These especially arise where respondent, as it's called, the other party, cannot be located. You have no idea where in the world the individual is. And there are other means of service that the court and your attorney will guide you on. But on the assumption that we're talking about personal service, then you'll arrange to have the petition served on your spouse.
Right.
Service cannot be performed by you, must be someone else. Now, provided that it has been
Someone
served
else,
properly,
being anyone else,
yes,
or has
can
to
be
be
any other adult.
okay.
Can be any other adult. Doesn't have to be anybody in the legal system.
Okay.
Any other adult, but that individual either must be acquainted with your spouse or must have some mechanism, some means of identifying who your spouse is.
Mm-hmm.
So you could describe him or her, say where he lives, or you could even accompany if you're available. Accompany or have a family member accompany that person to where he or she is. So service can be effective.
Right.
The individual who performs service will later on be asked to sign an affidavit of service. Affidavit is simply a statement. So once service has been performed, the attorney will prepare that affidavit using the details of the service, meaning
This connection giving us a fight tonight, boy. All right. As we try to get Owen back one more time. Good evening, hashtag happy. All right, Owen, are you back?
I'm here.
Okay, great. We lost you again for a second.
What was the last thing that we got there?
With the affidavit.
Okay, great. So affidavit will be prepared by the attorney, signed by
Somebody doesn't want us talking about divorce tonight. Hashtag happy good evening to you. Welcome to the show. The powers that be, whomever they be or want to be, just doesn't seem to want us to be talking about divorce tonight for whatever reason. Strange.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. We'll have you back again.
Not sure. Not sure what's going on there. Um, the next thing that will happen in the process, and we're winding down, is that your attorney will then file something called an application for decree nisi. I know there are a number of documents involved here,
Mm-hmm.
which your attorney will prepare. One of which is the affidavit that we spoke about earlier,
Right.
as well as a few others, some of which require the signature of the petitioner, meaning the person who is applying for divorce.
Right.
Either way, your attorney will prepare all of these things and have them ready. At this point, in a perfect world, by this time, you'd have gone about 3 or 4 weeks in the process, sometimes longer, depending on how quickly you can get through all these various steps.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So at that point, you would now be ready to apply for the nisi. I said in a perfect world, approximately 4 weeks. In a typical scenario in Jamaica, you're talking months. So it would not be unusual for the application for NISI, to be after 3 or 4 months.
That word nice,
Depending
what
on
does it
how,
mean?
I have never discovered that, to be frank with you, but it
Really?
simply is the first application or the first stage in the two-stage divorce process in Jamaica.
Okay.
So it really signals
Telecommunication services giving us a fight tonight. And it is what it is. We can.
3 or 4 months.
Okay, you're back again.
Oh boy.
It's just something tonight about this divorce topic. I don't know.
I'm telling you, man. So let's wrap it up quickly now. Now, the
Yes.
law requires that on the signing of the decree nisi, a period of 6 weeks must pass before an application can be submitted for the second and final phase, which is called the decree absolute.
Okay.
So once you've been successful at the nisi stage and your court has resolved all the issues and all of the various claims, etc., have been settled. And the nisi is signed by the judge. A period of 6 weeks must pass. It's not optional. As it stands now, the law requires that period to be passed before an application to have the divorce declared absolute can be received by the court. During this period, one of the things that will be happening is that presumably the two parties will have an opportunity to rethink. I think that is the idea in the law, to rethink the decision they're making.
Okay.
Invariably, that doesn't happen, but the law does provide that 6 week period, at the end of which your attorney would have prepared the application for the absolute. So again, another set of documents for you, the petitioner, to sign. And once signed and completed, those will be filed in the court. Now, hopefully, all is in order, and your decree absolute will be signed off by the judge. And on the signing of that divorce, that order, the divorce is now complete. Your marriage has now been dissolved. You are now a divorcee and free to remarry. Now, I've kind of zoomed through the process, and it might sound simple, but it's a very involved process. We go to school to learn this process over a 2 year period, so it is no way as simple as what I just described. But the issues vary from case to case.
Right.
But what I've described is in the simplest of cases, where there are no children, no complications, nobody is objecting to anything, and there's nothing to be divided, and both parties are willing and cooperative with the process. In those ideal circumstances, you could have your divorce completed in a matter of months,
Mm-hmm.
If those are not the circumstances and things get delayed for various reasons, it could be a year or two into the process
For divorce?
for divorce, yes.
Jeez, boy.
As I said, many times first of all, let me just make it very clear that
Yes.
the court requires absolute precision in the preparation of the documents.
Okay.
So your attorney needs to be very, very competent and very skilled in preparing documents, ensuring that every I is dotted and every T is crossed, quite literally,
Okay.
to ensure that all of the relevant details are properly filed and the requirements for divorce are adequately met.
Mm.
So it cannot be that you are applying for divorce prior to 2 years of marriage. Must have been married for 2 years, of which at least 12 months of separation continuously must pass before an application for divorce can be submitted.
Wow.
Right.
Okay.
So that's the first set of requirements that have to be met. And then if there are children involved, the court will be very, very keen to see to it that there are appropriate provisions in place
Yes.
for those children. So you have to speak to how the maintenance will be, how the financial arrangements will go, etc.
Right.
So when your attorney is asking you these questions, it's because the court is particularly keen to see to the needs of the children.
And rightly so.
And rightly so, I believe. It really is tough on children, and the court has a role to play in ensuring that proper arrangements are in place for them. Right?
Okay.
And so those in a nutshell are the stages when you actually sit with the attorney and go through details of a particular case, some unique features that will come out.
Right.
That's your overview.
I thank you again, Owen. Again, we apologize for all the craziness with our connection tonight. But
Right.
these things happen from time to time. All right, Owen, thank you again. Take care
Sure, brother.
until next
Sure.
week when we do this all over again. Hopefully, with a better connection. But I think it might be the
Right.
weather. Weather might be contributing to it.
Sure, what's happening there?
But take care. Heal up the family for me. And all the
I'll
best.
take care of yeah, man, will do. Thanks.
Before you go, quickly
Have a
give
good
your
one.
connection information once more.
Okay, sure. So I can be reached by email at onkferguson at gmail.com or onkferguson@hotmail.com. Same address
Mm-hmm.
except for the ending. And the telephone 876-840-5862. That's 876-840-5862.
All right. Thank you, bro. Take care.
Yes, sir.
Until
Welcome.
later on.
Thank you too. I'll take care later.
All right. We're going to take a quick little break. And when we come back, all being well, at least this connection should be that much easier. All being well, we'll have TC Flexx joining us and vibe flexing out for the next hour. All right, cool. We'll be right back.
Policy Media Group, innovative streaming and recording, has done it again. A new way to get your business in full view of your neighborhood consumer through AdShare TV. It's available in your neighborhood today. It's easy. Just call us 754-999-6020. Become a host today and place a TV monitor in a strategic location so it's easy to see. Get a 1-minute video ad or longer that plays anywhere in our network. Can't be a host? No problem. For a few dollars, we'll run your 30-second video ad. A host can run announcement specials like buy one get one free or discount ads. Let's turn your flyers into a 30-second video with music or a voiceover, or let us create and run your video ad with a spokesperson. Take advantage of our early enrollment discount. Join us today Your ad will be seen at least 30 times per day in your AdShare TV neighborhood. It's easy. Just call us 754-999-6020. AdShare TV, part of Pulsing Media Group.
The award-winning Palace Peace and Love Academic Scholarship is appealing for your support to help educate one student at a time in Jamaica and the Caribbean.
Palace awarded 492 scholarships and several computers to university and high school students in Jamaica and the Caribbean over the past 7 years, valued at approximately 33 million Jamaican dollars, $250,000 US.
Importantly, our university graduates to date include 15 medical doctors, 10 lawyers, 6 engineers, and 15 fine arts students. Our goal is to award at least 105 scholarships in 2018.
Please partner with us to make this a reality for those well-deserving, hard-working students by making a tax-deductible donation online at www.palace1.org
or send a check to Palace, P.O. Box 5461, Alpharetta, Georgia 30023 USA, or telephone 770-744-2154.
Palace, preserving young minds for posterity.
JTMC Music presents the highly anticipated, much talked about The Juggling Rhythm Volume 1. This classic rhythm takes on a new life with tracks from both established artists and introduces some incredible new voices. Get your dancing shoes ready with The Juggling Rhythm, featuring international reggae dancehall artist Mr. Vegas, alongside Ian Sweetness, Ed Robinson, Jack Radix, Hezron, Dangling, Joanna Marie featuring Galaxy B, Denny Rants featuring Jawiz, Amberleek, Christine Alicia, Yishka. Also the new sensations on the rhythm: Zeal, Danger Lee, Marquis Skelenar, Zachary. Available on all digital media outlets. The Juggling Rhythm. Get it, get it, get it.
It's time to get live, it's time to get lit. Spiritually powered inspirational thoughts. It's time to spit. Join Sharon Corinthian and St. Patrick every Tuesday night from 8 to 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on 96.3 IMG Radio, as they bring you poetry at its finest, featuring some of the hottest spoken word artists from around the world. It will leave you touched, moved, and inspired. Tell a friend to tell a friend and join us for the show.
Matthew 28:19 says, "Go ye therefore and teach all nations." With this in mind and encouragement received during a South Florida media conference, The Church Links was birthed. The Church Links is an interdenominational worship service portal for churches, providing the tools to spread the word through technology in a cost-effective way. The Church Links, www.dahchurchlinx.com. Your links to worship and praise.
We're off to an early start for a long hot summer, but beat the heat with a dash of lemongrass refresher. This cool thirst quencher is a low sugar beverage made from the fevergrass plant, which has antioxidants, several wellness properties, and is a great lifestyle drink for all ages. Ah, that hits the spot. It's a new great taste. Have one today. Dash Lemongrass Refresher, distributed by Carib Atlantic Distributors. Call 954-614-0919 That's 954-614-0919. Life's a dash. Live well.
Yes. A Carmantino, I'm making notes right now. You are locked in to DJ Kevin Stew on the night shift.
Hey, D-Keys, you know some never ride on for the rhythm. But me ever think for my chest more and get off still, you know? Let me tell you what I got in a day dance hall. Some little piece in PL boy in a day dance hall. Them don't stand up, them a try wall. I try mash up they think so they think fall. But me wake up now, me a stand tall. Me a defend the thing, Carana stall. And if I war them one, then bring it on. We now back down your mud, we a go hard. Let me say a little word to me God, yeah. Cause the thing set away in a them time, yeah. Oh, you a get head in a the dancer. Tell me how that fit in a the dance hall. Question me a asking the answer. Suppose the girl did have throat cancer. You are risk your health and fi what's feel like a write up in a the paper. Oh Yahweh, help the savior. Cause them youth a no have no behavior. Them sell them soul for the paper. Or fi fame and fans me no know sir. So me a pray real hard fi Jamaica. Cause the next generation a come here. But if we don't clean up where them a come for, cause they think real dirty in a slum yeah. I still believe that inside every one of us there's decency. I still believe I the creator alone can set them here use you free. I still believe that there's something magical about every single dance I'll beat. Me say me still believe.
I want to welcome you back to the show.
That one day dance all I go get nice and clean.
This is the sound of Caramanti.
But until then, Caramanti I kill them. Me full of lyrics I can drill them. Peaky's entertainment is a cash up park statement. I from ceiling to basement. There can be the replacement. And this
one here is our dancehall freestyle.
They don't know so we are all a voice for the rhythm, but the real deal is we want the youth them in the dance hall just know so the thing for set away, you know what I mean? And we have to set it for the generation where come after we. We can't bow it out, we can't sell it out, you know what I mean? We know so everybody are hustling, everybody want to eat a food, but remember say there's a standard for maintain. Yeah? Hey D-Keys, you know so I never line up for them. But never think for my chest more and get off still, you know? Let me tell you what I got in a day dance hall. Some little piece in PL boy in a day dance hall. Them don't stand up, them a try wall. I try mash up they think so they think fall. But me wake up now, me a stand tall. Me a defend the thing, Carana stall. And if I war them one, then bring it on. We now back down your mud, we a go hard. Let me say a little word to me God, yeah. Cause the thing set away in a them time, yeah. Oh, you a get head in a the dancer. Tell me how.
You know that.
Question me.
I'm gonna have to ask TC about that because it's a serious thing. A lot of things going on in the dance hall in Jamaica. Makes me wonder if it's only in Jamaica that's happening.
So me a pray real hard for Jamaica. Cause the next generation a come here. But if we don't clean up where them a come for, cause they think real dirty in a slum yeah. I still believe that inside every one of us there's decency. I still believe the creator alone can set them here use you free. I still believe that there's something magical about every single dance I'll beat. Me say me still believe. I still believe that one day dance all I go get nice and clean. I still believe. But until then, Caramanti I kill them. Me full of lyrics I can drill them. Peaky's entertainment is a cash up park statement. I from ceiling to basement.
TC just stepping out of
the replacement.
A real loud crowded area.
Hear me man. They don't know so we are all a voice for the rhythm, but the real deal is we want the youth them in the dance hall just know so the thing for set away, you know what I mean? And we have to set it for the generation where come after we. We can't bow it out, we can't sell it out, you know what I mean? We know say everybody are hustler, everybody want to eat a food, but remember say there's a standard for maintain. Yeah?
The sound of Caramanti.
We're there with the thing, you know?
It's a dancehall freestyle.
D-Keys Entertainment. Conscious dancehall, like that's the thing there.
Conscious dancehall.
Oh.
It's something that has eluded us for a little while. Glad you could sit down for a minute. Hashtag happy. But what are you eating? Fast food? Because if you're sitting down for a minute to eat, you must be eating fast food. I hope it isn't fast food, and that minute is not a literal minute. But glad that you have the opportunity to do so. All right, ladies and gentlemen, right now, I'm thinking, is it the first time I'm having him on my show? Cannot be. Cannot be. Oh, the food isn't fast, you are? All right. So, what's too long for your liking, Marlon? I don't know. I have short-term memory. All right. Without further ado, running a little bit behind due to technical issues from earlier on and connection issues, but we're good now. Everybody is here. We're jumping into it, ladies and gentlemen. I present to you, but before I present him to you, I want to say thank you for our sponsors for this segment. GMAT Music Solutions sponsoring this segment. They provide audio equipment, engineers, in audio engineering equipment like mixers, stage lighting and sound. GMAT Music Solution, they make your live event pop. Real. They bring music to life. And you want to give them a call, 754-307-GMAC, 754-307-4622. The absence of conscious dancehall is, oh, yeah, long awaited. Too long, the absence of conscious dancehall. And I have, as my guest tonight, someone that weighs in, has an opinion on that, but we'll get to that a little bit later on. So, TC, remember that. We're talking about conscious dancehall a little bit later on, yeah? Remember that? Mm-hmm. We can come back to it. But, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you, in the meantime, in between time, the one and only TC Flexx.
Oh, we don't rock those beans, yeah. Kevin Steele, pleasant good evening, man. First, let me take this opportunity to say thank you and your listeners for having me tonight.
Yes,
for such an important conversation, something that needs to be heard, something that needs to be discussed. These are discussions on a daily basis.
And it's funny that I should play that tune as I was waiting for you to join in. Tonight's show is really about TC Flexx. It's a lot of people have heard the name TC. A lot of people have heard me mention TC. TC and I go back to, in fact, you can almost blame TC for this right here, right now. You can blame TC for this happening, in part.
I'll take full responsibility for creating this monster, Kevin Steele.
And I'll say in part because the TV side of it, Devon can be blamed for that. The radio side of it, TC can be blamed for that. And as we talk, I'll tell you all the story about how TC and I had connected. But before that, a lot of people know TC from the club and dancehall arenas.
Yes.
Especially if you're in Fort Lauderdale. But it is not just limited to Fort Lauderdale. Because people know you all over.
Yeah. And I can't tell you, Kevin, the reason for that is just be as simple as possible with everything you do in life. It's not about for me personally, I can't speak on the behalf of anybody else in the industry, but for me, I just try to remain simple and humble, and respectful to everybody that's a part of the game, because I see it as a team thing.
Right.
I've been in the game since 1984. Just give you a quick flashback.
Long time that,
Yeah, the year 1984. I first got paid in 1988. The year, it was summer of 1988. It was right before Gilbert.
So as you bring Gilbert
hit Jamaica, I must say. I tell you, and the reason why I make note of the year that I first got paid to do it, because for 4 years I've been doing it and never get paid to do it. And the thing about it, it just feels so good doing it. Like, you can just call me up, I'm just come do it, and I'm just go home and feel like you pay me $1 million before the people enjoy themselves. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that orgasm that I have gotten from just watching people enjoying themselves, and the interchange of the music, and the knowing when to change the music and so forth. And it grew me for that 4 years. So the day someone paid me was 1988 at a spot called Twin City. And Twin City, I think it's TC for Twin City.
Right.
And most people that had me from that, but that's not where the name came from, but just a coincidence that that's the team club that I was playing at the time when the name TC just get real popular in Portmore, St. Catherine.
Ah, yes. So all this started in Portmore. Not in Kingston,
all this
Jamaica.
Started in Portmore. No,
Portmore, Jamaica.
Portmore, right. And in the community of Britain, where we had a lot of house spots, and every week somebody have a birthday party, TC have a play the birthday party.
Right.
It was just for the love and the fun of it.
So when you're here doing it for the love and not for the likes, is
exactly
you take that personal.
No, I'm gonna take that when crying to that song. I thought he saw my biography, man. For real.
You should have called him up and asked him about it.
That's it. Go ahead.
I just want to say numbers to call, numbers to text for those of you tuning in. 773-789-STEW, 773-789-7839. You can get to say hi to TC, you can ask TC a question, you can talk to TC as we are chatting, right, as we are flexing out tonight. All our listeners across the UK, BPR, Big People Radio, One Harmony Radio, good morning to you, top of the morning to you. Foundation Radio Network, Clinton Lindsay, rockthebox.net. Everybody tune in right now on TuneIn or otherwise. Welcome. And KevinStew.com, of course, those in the chat room. Marlon, #happy. Thank you. All right, so, yes. So, Portmore, house parties.
Yes.
Was a jump off.
Yes, that's where it all started.
But how though? What happened? What was it that got you started with that? Because something had to trigger it.
All right. Yes. Let me tell you what happened. The love for the music was always there, but before the love for the music, it's funny, I used to break dance. Right? And then we used to select these songs, and the songs that we select and those are the songs that we're going to go on stage to. I used to love these songs. It's called freestyle.
Right.
I don't know if you know that. And it just, from there, that's when my passion and love started come to music. So when we were in these moves and choreographing our dance moves, I used to say, all right, so every group would just dance to one music. Why not just switch up the music? So this is where the fade in and fade out thing come in now. So we start to create our own little 5-minute set. 3 different songs in the 5-minute set, and we use popular songs now in the 5-minute set. So whatever routine we're doing, the crowd will get aroused, just not by the routine, but also by the songs.
Right.
That as our little niche to get a little applause from the crowd. You know what I mean? When them hear a different song, just using a popular Michael Jackson song at the time or a popular Prince song at the time, and what happened now, that was where the practice of, fading in and
Mm-hmm.
right after the breaking fade out, then I started to take on a liking to mixing and fusing and the way I mix is not like rhythm, like some people mix from rhythm to rhythm.
Right, right.
I would mix two different rhythm out of this world, Kevin Stew. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I happen to know what you're talking about. Yes.
Right. So what happened now that got me that bit a natural mystic um song, a Bob Marley song, a remix on a techno rhythm. And I think this was either 89 or 1990 when the Jamaican Cleaner somehow wrote an article about that remix.
Mm.
And that what changes the entire game. I did that remix not to get that that thing. I actually did that remix just so when we go out, we can sound different, plain, natural mystic. Because the thing about it is, remember, dub plate costs a lot of money. So what we had to do was to either create our own little songs that make a difference that we alone can play.
Right, right.
So when we actually sit down and created that remix, we did it and without any form of studio work, Kevin, trust me, it's just one turntable to the next and we'll kill the bass on the other one and crack the middle a little bit so we can get the beat. We try to take the beat out of the natural mystic totally by Bob Marley and then we put it on a techno instrumental and believe me, it took off. All the school fetched them like the KC Mayfair, the whole of childhood fet and them people when this remix dropped, Kevin, it was the newspaper wrote an article about it. And this was when things started moved from Portmore now and moving to Kingston, moving to Arthurtree, Crossroad, downtown, and this is how now people outside of Portmore wanted a piece of DC now. So I got a gig at a club called Godfather's Nightclub back then. It then changed, sell out to the guys then that own Cactus Nightclub.
Right.
They bought it, call it Asylum.
Yes.
And they go through different, name changes. But I was the house DJ for that club.
Nice.
I make several appearances at a club in Sovereign called Mirage. Dr. Bird Club. There was this teen club in Arthurtree called Pearls. Peppers.
Okay.
Yes. Hot Tracks was a known one in Arthurtree too as well.
Yes.
On Saturday.
Yes.
Right.
My cousin used to dance in Hot Tracks.
Man.
Joe.
These are the areas that now we start to take over. Start to make a name for ourselves. And this was long before Renaissance started to pop up on the scene, before HMV, before all those songs. You have a song in a Portmore named Triple X. And, you know what I mean? And up until this day, Kevin, I have flyers with all these events.
Nice.
I actually kept those. Like, I have them. Right now, my next thing is to digitalize them so I don't lose them.
Yeah, man. Scan
all
them,
the newspaper article, all the flyers, everything. I still have them from back in the 80s till today.
Yes, man. You need to scan those.
I have them.
All right. So, top of the hour, I want to say thank you to GMAT Music Solutions for sponsoring that previous segment. This segment is sponsored by JTMC Enterprise. So, this segment here is brought to you by JTMC. Normally we'd take a break, but because we got started a little bit late, I want to just say I apologize for everybody listening for the break. We're rolling through. We're pressing on. All right. So now you end up being a club DJ. And again, sorry. Numbers to call, numbers to text 773-789-STEW, 773-789-7839. Of course, you can also go to the chat room on kevinstew.com. So now you're DJing in clubs. So now you're big.
Oh, yeah. No, I wouldn't say I was big now. I was actually my thing was just to be different. And to be different, I have to present different material because everybody, you don't know everybody I buy the same 45, everybody I buy the same album.
Right.
But it's not everybody is going to play the same way. So my thing was to just be different. But what I do, I always go to these fests, these parties, these dance, and listen to everybody I play and try to be a little bit different from what they're doing. So now add something to it.
Right.
To just make me sound different from what you're doing because everybody do the same thing. You know what I mean? But then what used to separate us was dub plate. But as I said, I never have the funding, so I have dubs, but not as much as these hardcore guys like the Stone Love and the Gemini and the Silver Arc and these people would have.
Right,
but the
right.
funniest thing, I was getting date with the sound system. So for me to measure up with the sound system, I can't measure up with them dub to dub. So I have to come with something totally different. So this is where we used to take remix and make it my own. So what gave me the big break really was I did a show in 1992 at a club called Jewel's Resort in Portmore, St. Catherine, in Port Henderson.
Right.
And we call it Back Road. Nice place, very nice place. And it's the best off-ear spinner versus the best on-ear spinner. Simply mean the best sound system players versus the best disc job.
Okay.
Yes, and this is what changes the game. The radio disc jockey at the time, they were just so monotone and in them thing. The best sound system player them now, which was myself, Gladly from Wild Bunch, Peter Phillips, and those guys who every year Carnival book out them people and all these things. So then I am the least, I'm the underdog really, on both sides of the fence. From the off-ear spinners and the on-ear spinners. I am the underdog.
Right.
I was the youngest person in it. Everybody was veteran. And believe me, the very first round, I went in hard, Kevin. But what happened is, the judge at the time, the host, wanted to move me out because I was the younger one. And he wanted the popular guys to go off head-to-head at it.
Right. Oh, look road.
1,500 people that was in that venue tonight didn't want that. They wanted that look of youth to bring that energy there early in the first round.
Yes.
So they decide that if the look of youth if we don't cut out the look of youth, everybody them have a leave. Yeah man, them take it to the host, man.
Underdog.
Yes. So here's what happened now. They bring me back to the competition. 1992 was the year. It was December. I don't remember if it was December 9th, 10th, or 11th, but it's somewhere around there.
Right.
And what happened is they actually had a grand prize of 10,000 Jamaican dollars at the time. Bossy, at the time, $10,000, 1992. And
yeah, that's a lot of money.
And believe me, you see, from them trying to boot me out the first time, and the crowd petition for me to stay in the competition. Kevin, the second, third, and fourth round, them not see me, them not see me the second, third, fourth round, The last, everybody,
Yeah,
because
man.
these are guys who play the song, them, and them not do the mix, not scratch, and them not keep the tempo, and them not keep the people them busy on the dance floor. Every time of my time, the people them not leave the dance floor, boss.
Yes.
And it was evident, all who was sitting down, keep getting up whenever me I play. So me just walk over with $10,000 and the opportunity to visit couple radio station at the time.
Nice,
So,
nice.
I have gotten to visit couple radio station. I went to IRA FM and thing and was there. It wasn't the speed because as a young youth, that wasn't the speed I was looking for. I went to a station called Power. That station wasn't the speed. It was very fully digital and brand spanking new.
Yes,
First
I remember when they
digital
started out, yes.
Yeah. And then I went to RGR. It was very mature. And then I went over to Fame FM, which is owned by RGR.
Right.
And that was for young people.
Yes.
So I pick up. This is where I get my first radio opportunity at Fame FM, and a program called The Other Side of Midnight with a guy called Dave Tuma.
Yes.
And then they hear the name The Other Side of Midnight. It's a graveyard thing from 12 to 5 12 a.m. to 5 a.m.
I remember that show very well.
And I'm telling you, my brother, it's like you now get to appeal to the young people we want to appeal to. It's mostly the working people, the overnight working people, and so forth. And Kevin, every morning I go home, I ask my friend them, yo, you hear the mix I put on last night? And the man them give it to me, Kevin. The man them said, nobody not listening to you at that time of the morning.
Yep.
Everybody has sleep.
I've gone to the bed.
But you know, so the next night I'm going to play like the whole world and listen to me though.
Yeah.
I swear to you, the next night I'm going, every time they knock me down, the next night I'm going to play like everybody I listen.
Yes.
But what happened is, one day, the right person was listening. A guy that owned a radio station in New York City. And the guy hear the mix tonight, a Thursday night, I can't forget. And then called me up and say, hey, love what's going on. He wants to talk to the DJ. And I said, you're speaking with him. And he said, hey, you know, I have this opportunity. I'm not sure if you want to, you know, embark on it. But I have a radio station in New York, and I'm looking for someone with this level because at the time he was trying to capitalize on the Caribbean community in New York for his station. But what he was here now and how the people that were calling in and carrying on, you know, and so forth, he liked that. So, yeah, for me, a job. And with me and Kevin, I met the man. This was a Thursday night we talked on the phone. I met him the Friday at 10 at the hotel in Pegasus. We spoke for 2 minutes because he was going to a meeting. He was running out. And the 2 minutes we spoke for, he gave me a number to call somebody. Right? This is his lawyer. Talk with his lawyer. His lawyer came down the Monday. And by 1:30 the Monday, I have a 5-year work permit to come to the United States.
Nice. See how it work? See how it work?
See why when you do your thing, you just do it and done?
Yep.
Because remember, you know, I'm telling you, my friends were saying, nobody now listen to me them time of morning day, you know. I'm telling you, the next day I'm going, I play like the world I listen.
Yes.
Okay.
And the right person was listening.
Right at the time, the perfect timing. So I've gotten that 5-year work permit, came to the United States, landed in New York City, JFK. They came, they picked me up, showed me around, they give me a perfect life for 5 years, bossy. Even though they worked me like a slave, but at the same time it was all worth it. I'm in a new place, new culture. I was culture shocked by a lot of things, but it was a learning process for me, come out and everything. And then when the 5-year up, I decided I'm going to leave the coal. I've got the opportunity to renew the contract, but the station was sold to another guy who had a different intention of running the station, which I was not for. So I decided to take my talent elsewhere. So I moved to South Florida. And then this is me. When I come to South Florida, this is how I met you and many others.
Wait, we'll get to my story in a little while. Because it's kind of funny. And to be honest with you, I never really connected the dots to how we connect until you're telling that story now. And so it'll be kind of one of the rare times when I kind of step into your spotlight for a moment. But it kind of shows a little bit of a connection. Let's rewind a little bit.
For me, I feel
those guys in the background getting really loud.
The background, right?
Yeah.
Okay. For me, it's like I try to give everybody the same opportunity that I have gotten.
Yes.
Because I've gotten an opportunity, and I try to share that opportunity with everybody who wants the opportunity. So, you know, everybody who come along who share the interest and, you know, have that zeal to want to do it. I said, listen, it's not about education to do this. And it's not that I'm knocking education.
Right.
But it's the moment you have a passion for something, whether you're educated or not, you will do it.
Right.
Believe me. I've seen some of the greatest mechanic that have never been to a mechanic school. Some of the greatest chef that have never been to a culinary school.
Yes,
I've seen some of the greatest musicians who have been self-taught.
Yeah.
That's why I know for sure if you have that passion, it's not about the education.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So I've seen that in a lot of my peers around me sometimes. And those are the ones that I will take the time out and share whatever I have learned or whatever, I have gathered over the years, the experience I've gathered over the years. I can share this with you. If there's a shortcut, I'll show you the shortcut. If there's a long way, I'll show you the long way. But you have to have that passion for me not to waste my time and yours.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I want to rewind for a minute. Let's go back to the 80s. How did you get the name TC? Because that has nothing to do with the name your mother gave you. How you get the name
it
TC?
has nothing to do with the music as well either. It was this man, I'm telling you, Kevin, was this young lady I met.
Here we go.
Back in the days. And really and truly, she was the one who actually gave me the name TC. Because we were dating for a while, and one day we took a picture together. And she went and she developed the picture, and she got a frame.
Right.
And on the frame it marked a touch-up class. Over the top and at the bottom it says TC. And then she just get a liking to start calling me TC. And every time she come around, that's what she call me. So all my friends them start calling me TC. And then now, even my parents who birthed me and give me my birth name, I call me TC.
Okay.
So that's where the name really came from.
All right. So for those of you who remember cartoons from the 80s, it's not Top Cat. It has nothing to do with Top Cat.
No. It has nothing to do with Top Cat. No.
Man a lion, man a cat. Big ups to some people jumping in the chat room. M2R Photo. Big ups to you, sir. Glad you could join us tonight. And he's endorsing what you were saying about someone with passion and wanting to endorse and support people with passion. And you don't have to really, not knocking education again. You don't need to.
Right.
If you don't have the passion, you really won't get the education that you need to succeed in that field. Really and truly. The passion has to be there. And so we fast forward a little bit to, I would say 2008, 2009, thereabouts. And I will jog your memory. Let me jog your memory with this.
Yes.
Let me see if you remember this. You're hearing it, right?
Yes, I'm here.
First of all, don't try this at home. I will not nobody town or zone. Why do you go on a tour intensity? Step out and turn up the intensity. It's complicated. Hey, every line is a double bang. Double flow, double speed, fast, double time. Murder, police, every flow, that's a double crime. And if you see me with me 18, that's a double time. Every line is a double bang. 20% is a double time. Some boy have one flow, more time, a triple, I'm a double mind. Tell them straight in the trouble mind.
So, you spoke of doing things differently.
Some why not care about them parents, but them have gal in the apartment and a parents. The same gal when you cherish.
Making mixes a little bit different.
I know that door, take the same gal to a hotel and tell her don't talk, but you know say the hotel. Why not go?
Back in 2008, 2009, you were doing what, TC?
2008, 2009, I was on a radio station here in Fort Lauderdale. And I was actually doing some remix too as well. Not a lot like I used to. And I was went in there. I was actually I was actually recruiting young DJs.
Mm-hmm.
I ran into Kevin Steele, who had a mind that think outside the box. For real. Kenna, drive safe, man. I know you took a lot of shots, but you're good. All right. Cool. Yes, Kevin. Sorry about that. But that's what I'm saying. I met Kevin Steele. That's another person who is an outside the box thinker. And he was so creative in fusing like exactly what you heard just now. The remix that you heard just now. He was so on point with that, and he would sit for days and do that stuff, and then bring it to me to criticize it, to critique it, so to speak. And I couldn't find nothing. I am, for one, I am the person who, if there's a fault with it, I'm going to tell you in the harshest of ways. Not to say that I'm trying to beat you down, but it's a form of method that I've used to allow one to take it back to the drawing board.
And make it better.
And make it better.
Yes.
I couldn't find a fault with Kevin Steele remixes at the time. And this is somebody who I never knew. I don't know Kevin Steele from Adams. We met based on Kevin Steele listening to the radio program as well. And I invited him up. I invited him. I said, come on down. I gave him the address. Let him come on down. We sit down and we start chit chat and so forth. And he shared his idea with me. I'm sorry, go ahead and do it. And Kevin spent nights upon nights on his free time and present me with a folder with probably like those remixes.
Yeah.
For real.
You see,
but knowing that Kevin would really have an interest as a broadcaster, as a radio personnel.
Yeah. And that's the funny thing. I really didn't at the time. Here's the thing. And I'll let you tell it because I didn't want anybody to think, Kevin making this up. No. Understand. TC was doing this thing called the midday mashup. On the big station.
Kevin would submit some of his remixes to be added to that, the lunch mix.
And all it was, was a phone call. People understand, when TC said, I want to bring in people that are hungry for this thing, with a passion. Believe him, because I called up TC right after his show one day, and I said, listening to your show, I got inspired to make some remixes. At this point, I had never DJ'd in my life. I found a software and I started putting music together. And I got some together and TC said, all right, I will meet with you and hear what you have. And he brought his laptop and met with me. And I had a flash drive, and TC listened to some of the tracks and copied over some of the tracks and said, I'm going to take this and listen to it and I'll let you know. TC didn't get back to me and let me know. The next day in the midday mashup, I heard my name on the radio for the first time and I heard one of my remixes. And I was beside myself. And this guy here, TC, is to be blamed for some of the things that you hear me do right now. Because that moment, that one moment, inspired me to continue. On the music side, DJing. The broadcast side, that's another story. When I get Devon on, I'll tell you that story. But this is what happened. And TC called me in one day and said he's doing a competition. Remember that competition, TC?
Yeah.
The Clash DJ competition.
Oh, yeah.
I had never been on radio before and I was so nervous.
I remember that. I can't believe that. And that was just giving other people that same opportunity.
Yes.
Great.
And Glamour G was one such person.
Yes.
Ricky Law was another one.
Yes.
Ricky Law, who is now house DJ at Moments Nightclub.
At Moments Nightclub.
For those of you in Fort Lauderdale that are familiar with Moments Nightclub, when you see a Ricky Law post and you see my name on it, understand that we're coming from far. We were once opponents, but only opponents in that competition, because the moment that mic was turned off or that show was done, we were knocking fists and exchanging ideas and talking, and that was us. And TC, let me tell you, you have made quite a change in my life. You have contributed to this that is here, and I want to thank you for it. Yeah, and I want to thank you publicly, because people will see us greet each other sometimes and would think, all right, friends from long time. No, you all don't really understand. You heard that story that TC said he went through and came up, and the way he thought about mixing and things, that was how I viewed music. And I presented it to him and he loved it. And now I know why it is that we connected like that. Because we have a similar mindset when it comes to music.
Because it's a passion that you have, Kevin, and I could have sensed that from day one. From the first day you made that phone call, you know what I mean? There's quite a few other people who I've worked with, close with, that have that passion, that call me, who know nothing to begin with, from grassroots. And today they're making a name for themselves. And it makes me proud, Kevin, to see I am on Facebook and see a post come up and, click on and sitting down and watch a show and knowing where you're coming from to see where you're at today and to see the potential of you going even further.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean? And I'm saying that, it makes me feel good. My dad always says something to me. My dad always said, the day you're born, there was nothing. And the day you died, there will be nothing.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what the achievement is the in-between.
Right.
If when you leave, you can leave somebody remembering you in a good way.
Mm-hmm.
And that's one reason why when I started this program, I said, one thing I learned to be is to be humble, to be grateful, to be generous, to, always to give back.
Yes.
You can always do that, because at the end of the day, this is what we're here for. Mm-hmm. And if I can continuously do that and make change in people's lives, this is a big thank you to me, Kevin. And which I humbly accept this interview. I tell you, I was actually gathering right now, and I said, let me step away just to do this, because, even though it was spun to today and so forth, and say, all right, cool, Kevin, you never normally ask for this. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's been a long time coming.
Yeah. So I'm just saying that to say this, that, you just have to continuously to remain humble. And, believe me now, when you talk about hospital, Kevin, they are there, and they will present themselves, the moment that they tend to put their foot up to the next step, and move to the next level,
Yes.
And it comes in many different forms. Whether it comes with your family, your friends, or your competitors. So you don't worry about your competitors alone,
Mm-hmm.
Worry about the people in your circle, like your friends and your family, because they are more vicious than your competitors.
True.
Sometimes the competitors can beat them up to just join
you.
But
yes.
your family, them sometimes it makes the next decision hard.
Right.
That is the thing about it, my brother. For me personally, I'm a stubborn person. So I'm the kind of person, if you tell that I cannot do it, I am going
to do it.
Right. So I use that to just motivate me. I use that to be the wind beneath my wing.
Yes,
so to speak. That encourages me to move to the next level. The moment you said I can't, because I've proven, when I tell you, my friends them said to me, nobody now listen to me.
Right.
At night time, come up the next morning from 12 to 5. I'm blaze like the world I listen.
Right.
So here's the opportunity. My friends are still in Jamaica. I'm there, and they too assist me when I go to Jamaica with events. Them support the movement, you know.
Right.
And no, they are the same one who's saying, "Yo, we have a brethren TC, and the baddest thing is forever, you man. Yo, you're my cheerleader from day one." You know what I mean?
Right.
But then, you know, when you have family and you have kids and you have all these decision making,
Yeah.
and you have to put for yourself. And I'll say this to the young lads who are coming up in the industry today, that, you know, if you don't have a family for yourself as yet, meaning have kids and so forth, to choose this path, I think it's best you hold off for a bit, because if you're gonna have a child, that child is gonna need your attention. You know what I mean? And it's not just tap in and go, because I have paid royally for stuff like this. So I'm just sharing this
Yes.
with the young ones coming up in the industry. If you can hold off on having kids and so forth, it will be better for you if this is the pathway that you choose. But if you choose to have kids, then they are going to need that attention,
Right.
which is going to slow you down from moving to the next level or taking the next big contract. That probably, it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be at home till leisure. It probably be out of the country or something. I tell you, my big contract came outside of Jamaica, which was in New York City.
Right.
You know, so, and having kids, then it's going to take you away for 5 years from your loved ones and so forth. And, you know, it really take a toll on you at some point.
Right.
You know, that's just the advice I would give to the young ones who are venturing off if you haven't had kids yet.
When we got started with the show, I asked you to remember something, and with giving your history, people can now understand why I had asked you to remember that. Conscious music and dancehall. You have come up through the years and watched dancehall evolve to what it is today. You currently still play in what we know as dancehalls. Hashtag Happy says, great advice. With that song that I just played from Caramanti, which is her dancehall medley, dancehall freestyle, sorry. And what she's talking about with sexual acts in the dancehall, being committed in the dancehall, and how dancehall needs a revival, so to speak. It needs upliftment. What's your position on what the dancehall is today, and what could happen to change it?
All right. My take on it being that I've been in the dancehall for a couple decades now. Well, I've gone through many changes. I have seen good cultural artists change their genre from cultural reggae to dancehall, and it didn't work out, and they have to switch back to cultural reggae, and then that worked out.
Right.
So I've known that everything in dancehall have a time and a place. What we're hearing today is the new generation, and it's their time.
Right.
And, you know, as well as I'm quite sure back in the 80s when Admiral Bileado, Gimme Punani and those songs, and Johnny Pia come with Bite Back, my dad and my mom and my grandparents would have said, what in the world is that?
That Bogo Yaga music.
You know what I mean? Because they're them used to them alternatives and them Ken booths and those things.
Right.
Just with some local, you know what I mean, pop culture kind of thing with them cover the Marvin Gaye's and the stylistics and so forth. So that's what they're accustomed to. In the 80s, it was changing over the dancehall with, and you have to give King Jammins credit for that too, along with many engineers that used to work closely with King Jammins, like Bobby Digital, Steely and Clevey, you know what I mean, Tony Keller, which is Dave Keller brother, just to name a few of the engineers that used to work with King Jammins. That changes it. When then the rhythm, the Punana rhythm came out, with many other rhythms.
Yes.
And this is where we start to have like one rhythm and 10 artists. So this is a change now. And then Shabba Ranks came out as one of the slackest DJ. Ninja Man came out as one of the
baddest DJ.
The baddest DJ, gun DJ. and so forth. So that was a change in at the time, which our parents find it difficult to deal with.
Right.
But it was our time, so we enjoyed. So what's going on today is our kids' time, and they are enjoying it. You know what I mean? And probably later on, the next set of artists that comes up, our kids will be saying, "What is this?" Not realizing that what they were listening to was something somewhat similar,
Right.
but in a different tone.
But what about the actions in the dance hall, though? What about the actions? Is it that the music is influencing the action, or is the action influencing the dance hall? Influencing the music?
It has evolved. Has it evolved in a good way or a negative way? It depends on how you view it. Now, when you see people that bring a beg come a dance hall and them a strip naked and a jump down, that's taking it to the extreme.
Right.
But then again, that's just 1% of the 100. You get what I'm saying? Because dancehall is so popular globally now. In Japan, you're not going to see nobody at chew down the bed. In New York, you're not going to see them at chew down the bed. In California, in Europe, in England.
And 8-foot ladder.
Right. Yeah, I'm quite sure you have never seen it in Fort Lauderdale either.
No.
But you have in Jamaica now, like you have some people just want to go to the extreme just so they can be the talk for tomorrow. Social media have done a whole lot of good, and it has done a whole lot. You know what I mean? People start to do follow what's trending today.
Right.
I've known Elephant Man personally, and he has done some great thing for dancehall, especially where dancing is concerned.
Right.
And I've never seen him promoting anybody for throw down a bed and take out your clothes. And I never heard that in any song of his.
True.
Neither of any of the artists. But we have seen younger artists today telling people about doing at them throat and them thing there.
Right.
And then you have some people in a dancehall that do that with the Guinness buckle and them thing there. So, no, I would like to say that each individual play a part, and each individual has to take responsibility for their action, whether it be the players of instrument or the person with the vocalist, or you, the person who has support the music.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because you are the one that's buying these songs. You are the one that's giving the energy to these artists to go voice another one, because them said this one has done so well based on the fact that everybody have played, everybody have buy it.
Right.
So it is encourage them to go do a follow.
So
but if we find a negative thing about it, then we should take that stand as radio personalities, as broadcasters, as party goers, as person who support the music industry by buying these songs and downloading these songs. To put a thumb down on it. Letting these persons who are going to the street record it, boy, the last time I recorded this, nobody not like it and nobody not buy it. And this is one of the reasons why, as a radio personality, I definitely beat some artists properly by saying, Bossy, and this you want my daughter come dance to.
There you go. That's right.
You know what I mean? Because believe me, like it or not, the music is very influential, you know.
Has always been.
From the jump, remember, from if you're somebody who's spiritual and read the Bible, you know, the music is a powerful thing in heaven, you know.
Yep.
Very powerful tool, and it's so universal now. It's global. It's the only thing besides from us human being that is global. Music.
Yes.
I'm telling you, and it's power.
When you hear that beat, you don't have a choice but to move, you know.
I'm telling you.
Right? You tap your foot or you bop your head, you're going to move. Yes. True.
Yeah, but it's how you use that power.
How you use a tool. True.
You know what I mean? Because my son and my daughter now, nowadays, you can't censor certain things at home. But then again, when they're on the school bus or them have the phone and them can download all this music, or them can just go up on YouTube and type in everything from the floor and everything. So when you are edit at home and a joke thing, so you have to have that physical conversation with your kids to make them know the difference. But you can't just say, boy, in order for them to know the difference, what you have to do, you have to censor it at home by not playing it and so forth. No, you have to sit down and have the conversation with them.
So
let them know that it's not the show thing where them talk about and stab out the meat and that's something there, and this is what it means, and this is what can happen, and this is what you need to stay away from, and this is what you consider good music from that. And you have to have that discussion at the dinner table sometimes.
Right.
Because
they don't sit at the dinner table anymore.
Ask them about Martin Gaye, Kevin.
Yeah.
Ask them about Teddy Prendergast. Ask them about Al Green, Ray Charles. Them can't tell you. Because we make sure much tell them about the foundation of this thing come right up. Just the other day, my mind daughter a reason and she told me, say, Addy or Daddy, who want Bex. It's a line from the song.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, let me listen to these things too.
Yeah. At that point, you go, so, what me name? What's my name, child?
But at the same time, it just show me that, this is how the music is. And I have never played that song for my daughter. But my daughter know the alkaline. I have a couple of dogs that are dead for me. Before Mr. Lot and Mr. Loyalty, she know the line word for word for that song.
Yeah.
Kevin, I was playing at a Sweet 16 birthday party, an American Sweet 16 party. And they came and they asked me for a Cardi B. And I played the clean version, and the kid come back and ask me if I don't have the raw version.
See, that's right there. That right there. See that?
I'm telling you, this is what we are dealing with today.
So, ultimately, as parents, as disc jockeys, whether it be in the dance hall in the dance hall, I guess it's little to no restriction. But like us, who are on media, we have a responsibility to educate our children and our community on a whole, and to influence them positively.
Parents have to play their part too, not just us.
When I say we, and I did say we as parents, as disc jockeys, and even as friends, we have a collective responsibility to influence positive change and positive music. Ultimately,
Kevin,
that's what you're saying.
Here's what's trending. I have seen our artists today take on a likings of what the American acts are doing. Their laundry, every time they have something bad going on in their relationship,
social media. Yes.
I've seen our artists in Jamaica doing that. It doesn't look good because all our kids are on social media and they're seeing this. And it's not acceptable as cool. You know what I mean? Because you have to understand that as a role model, people are following it. And you have to try to be political with the way you do things. You know what I mean? You realize that somebody's son or daughter out there want to be the next Beenie Man or the next dancehall queen or the next anything. You remember dancehall queen Colleen from back in the days?
Very well.
That girl, that girl was a dancehall queen, but her standard.
Yeah, she was neighbors with my sister. I knew her personally.
There you go. Very, very. If you want to be a dancehall queen, you want to be somebody like Carly, in a sense where she carry herself good and she conduct herself good.
She did.
And
she was on Lego,
as we call it. You see me say?
Yes.
You know, dance on her head top, I know the most skin face up thing, I show all kinds. She was very much respectable. She was a good dancer, I must say. But at the same time, she carried herself as a respectable woman.
Yeah,
So
she did it for the show.
Analyze her, I would say, well, I mean, she's a very respectable woman.
Yeah.
And this is all, because imagine now, my son say one be the next, whatever rapper. I'm film pants, face the dung and ankle.
Yes.
But what is that? You have to
Yes.
understand that you lead a multitude, boss, as an entertainer. You have a responsibility. Stop talking about it, entertainment, and you do this for entertainment purposes. So appearance to control. No, that's not what it is. Everybody want to be Michael Jackson. So what them do? You see them wear the same. They see me Michael Jackson wearing pants. Them wear short pants.
Yes.
Everybody have wear gloves on hand.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So it just goes to show that you have a responsibility.
Right.
Conduct yourself as such.
Yep. Well, TC,
And that's it.
we have so much to talk about and so little time to do it. It's a good
I
thing
tell
that you have a
man,
show too, because people just don't think that this man only plays music. All right, he has a show. TC, real quick,
yeah.
show times and
Okay.
ways to get in touch.
The show is called Let's Chat with
Mhm.
PC. And the reason for this show, Kevin, is somewhat similar to the discussion that we're having right now.
Yes.
What we actually do is bring the situation, the issues to the table, and we talk about it. We open a open dialogue about it, and we reason about it. So the listeners, we get their input on it, and sometimes we have these guests that are actually going through the predicament. Sometimes you have some politicians who mislead people and we try to talk about it, bring it to the table. We have some pastors who mislead some people and we bring it to the table.
Yes.
And
Yes.
when doing these shows, Kevin, a lot of people knock us and tend to think that either we are blasphemer, we are antichrist, or we are up another party because we are talking about what this party is doing in the political arena, or we are knock an artist based on what the artists have done, and we don't like that artist because we're probably friends with the other artists, and that's not the case.
Right.
We're bringing the issues to life because we see where it affects us as Caribbean people. So this show, Let's Start with TC, it's a show that opens awareness to our surrounding.
Mhm.
It doesn't have to be a religious thing. It doesn't have to be a political issues that we go through every day.
Right.
And we do that at 7 to 8. It's a 1 hour show on Facebook, TC Flexx. That's facebook.com/TC Flexx. Can catch it there. And if Kevin permit me, I am on Flexx FM, ladies
Yes.
and gentlemen. And you can get that on the app, Flexx FM radio app. It's Flexx FM, one word, space radio. And I am there 5 to 8. I only come 1 hour from that on social media. So between 5 and 8, I'm on the app, but between 7 and 8, I'm on Facebook Live.
And this is every day, TC.
And this is Monday through Friday.
There you go. I'd like to also add that it was Flexx FM where I started doing the night shift.
Yes.
TC started Flexx. TC called me up and said, "Yo, what spot you want?"
Opportunity again. That's what I'm talking about.
And there's one thing I remember, TC, it has never left me. And it wasn't just that you said it to me, you said it on the air. You invited me to come and guest play in the lunchtime mix one day, as nervous as all get out. Use a phrase that #happy would use. Yeah, and she's a loyal listener to your show. Good evening, Lady Song. Welcome to the show too. And she tells you she's saying great show to you, TC. TC gave me a compliment once on the air that I was one of the smoothest mixers that he has ever heard. And I thank you again for that, TC. Ever since you did that, ever since you said those words, I have paid attention to my mixing. Trust and believe.
Yeah.
So, yes, man. So I thank you.
Yeah. It's the pleasure is all mine, man. And believe me, as the more I move to the next level here, believe me, I'm stretching my hand down and bringing back everybody up with me because I know the people with the passion, and those are the ones I know
Yes,
that I can go up and leave and them can take it. And nobody would be disappointed and say, boy, TC bring this man and this man, mash up the empire, this man bring destruction to the empire. No.
No, it's all about growth around here.
It is. And I confident you guys 100%.
Yes, man. Enough respect. Easy. I got to give the people a little bit of a musical therapy, my brother.
Yes. But thanks again for the opportunity, okay?
Every time, man. Not just any time, but every time.
All right. And still keep it locked to the night shift, man. I like it.
Yes,
I like it a lot.
Of course. That's the way we do. Take care of yourself, bro. We stay in touch.
Yes, and good night to you, many listeners. All right?
All right. Love. Blessings. TC Flexx, the one and only. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you all for hanging around and listening to the TC story. There's a whole lot more to it. Believe me, there's a whole lot more to it. But don't be shy. Reach out to him and ask him. He's a real approachable guy. You see, I approached him not knowing anything about this, and look, we have this bond has been going 10 years now, and it has stayed. I'm no longer on Flexx FM, but it doesn't take away from the relationship at all. We're not competitors in this. We're all on a similar journey. Not necessarily the same, but we're all on similar journeys. But what do? We hold each other's hand, and if one of us stumble, help each other out. Not everybody does that, and the ones that do, you need to recognize. Do you see? He does it. So I recognize. So big ups to TC. Thank you again for the vote of confidence, and that one is the next one I'm going to try to get on here. Wait for it. But we still got musical therapy. We don't have much time of it. We have about 8 minutes of it. I want to say thank you to the Wake Up and Live show for sponsoring this segment. The Wake Up and Live show comes to you from 7 a.m. until 11 a.m. Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday. It goes until midday on Wednesday and Friday. Brought to you with Sir Rockwell, the host of the Wake Up and Live show. So catch him tomorrow. It's Indie Artist Tuesday. We'll talk about some of the earlier artists. Here's another remix for you.
Never know how much I love you. Never know how much I care. When you put your arms around me, I get a feeling that's so hard to play. You give me fever. When you kiss me, fever. When you hold me tight, fever in the morning, a fever all through the night. Sun lights up the daytime, moon lights up the night. I light up when you call my name, and you know I'm gonna treat you right. You give me fever when you kiss me, fever when you hold me tight. Fever in the morning, fever all through the night.
In the poor people's corner, coming out of the heart of the ghetto, weighing in at 165.5 pounds. Are you ready to rumble? I'm ready. Are you ready for the new millennium? Yeah? Are you ready to fight the struggle in the Gideon? Right now, let's get this over with. I want to get the people.
Just a couple of remixes for you.
Don't let the parts of them get you down. Say, listen to David Sharp, son. Well, get it, yeah. Get up the road and heavy, you know what the weight. How we have to make sure you have these roads. Welcome, say. On a fire, on a fool, and on a beat. Where you walk in a bad crowd. Well, I'm say, me have to real, tell me you know what the beat. How we have to make something I feel proud. Well, I'm say, on a fire, on a fool, and on a beat. Where you walk in a bad crowd. The bigger it's a hitch, the richer get richer. Nothing now gone, we will want a shower. A full time we show them who have the power. Tell DJ Piggy with this to run for your hour. Cause the people them piss, and when them get this, police get this. The shot of them go miss, the youths them be Chris. The things put a Chris. That's why we leave them but one book a pillar. So tell them, me have to real, tell me you know what the beat. How we have to make Jamaica feel proud. Well, some say, on a fire, on a fool, and on a beat. When you walk in a bad crowd. Well, some say, me have to real, tell me you know what the beat. How we have to make Jamaica feel proud. Well, some say, on a fire, on a fool, and on a beat. When you walk in a bad crowd.
This is how we gonna kind of take it out of here.
Got somebody, she's a beauty, very special.
Want to invite you to join me tomorrow. Real Talk. Well, no, Real Talk is Wednesday. Health and Love Tuesday.
Right by my side, night and day. No letting go, no holding back. Because you are my lady. When I'm with you, it's all about. Girl, I'm so glad we made it. No
Yeah, from listening to TC in the lunchtime, the midday mashup. I sent him some of these. And it went all downhill from there.
But that was back then. No letting go, no holding back. Because you are my lady. When I'm with you, it's all about. Girl, I'm so glad we did.
Got me house was a breathing no air. And I can't stop thinking about the way they used to be. And I can't stop thinking about the love that you made me. And I can't get you out of my head.
2 minutes to the top of the hour, 2 minutes before I get out of here.
Right out my life, it blew my heart away. And I can't stop caring about the apple of my eye. And I can't stop doing without the
This is the No Air remix. So breathe again. This is Madonna. Take a bow. The Bow remix. As I bow out of here gracefully, Thank you, one and all. Have yourselves a good night, good morning, good day. Until next time. Catch you tomorrow. Healthy Love Tuesday. I'm out.
Moment is priceless. Consider the ability to share that moment. If you can video it, you can broadcast it. And Pulse E-Media Group has the tools you need. Weddings, birthdays, funerals, graduations, church services, parties, seminars, you name it. Pulse E-Media Group can provide you with a secure medium controlled by you to broadcast your event. Contact us at www.pulseemediagroup.com for more information. Pulse E-Media Group, when being in the moment is priceless.